Welcome back to my channel. Today we're making a dog dress. We are going to be using a weight for acrylic yarn, a 5.5 millimeter hook, a tape measure, scissors, a needle, and stitch markers. Alright guys, let's roll. First things first, I'm going to take my yarn, make a mess with it, and do a slip knot. Okay, then I'm going to take the measurement that I got for my pet's collar and I'm going to chain that length. Okay, I know I'm making this for my dog. She wears an extra small, so I typically chain 28 for her. Okay, now that I have my desired length, I'm going to take my hook and I'm going to go into the first chain I made. Then I am going to secure that with a slip stitch. The tail's in the way. Okay, and now you should have a foundation chain for your collar. So the next row that we're going to do, we are going to chain up 3. And this is going to count as a double crochet. And then we're going to put a double crochet in each chain all the way around. So yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, and then you're going to continue like this all the way around, and I will meet you at the end. Now that we've completed the row, we're going to finish it off by going into the top of our original chain 3 and securing with a slip stitch. Okay, so this next round is a little different. We're going to chain up 3. It counts as our first double crochet. And then I'm going to do a front post and a back post double crochet all the way around. To do that, we're going to yarn over, go through the front, around the post, grab our yarn, pull through 2, pull through 2, and that's a front post double crochet. Back post, we're going to go in through the back, around the post, grab our yarn, and pull through 2, pull through 2. It's a back post double crochet. So we'll do that again, yarn over, go through the front, around the post, front double crochet, and then through the back around the post, double crochet. Continue like this all the way around and I will meet you at the end. Okay, to finish off this row, we are going to go in the top of our original chain 3 and secure with a slip stitch. Then you should have a collar that has this ribbed effect. You can repeat that row as many times as you need. Since I'm making such a small dog dress, I'm only going to do 1 of those rows. For my other dog that is a medium, I believe I did 4, so it's up to you how many you want to do. Just make sure that you're doing a front post where you had a front post and a back post where you had a back post, otherwise you're going to lose the effect. Okay, now that we are finished with the collar, we are going to move on to the increases to make room for the chest. So we are going to chain 3. This is going to count as a double crochet. Then we are going to do 7 more double crochets. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops. Okay, now counting my first chain 3, I have 8. So on my 9th, I'm going to do a double increase. So I'm going to do 2 double crochets on the 9th. And then I'm going to continue in this pattern. So I'm going to do 8 double crochets and a double crochet increase on the 9th, and so on. And I will meet you at the end of this row. Okay, to complete this row, we're going to go into the top of our chain 3 and secure with a slip stitch. Okay, next row, we are going to continue with the same pattern, except it goes up 1. So we are going to chain up 3, and then I'm going to do 8 double crochets. Okay, now with my original chain 3, I should have 9. So I'm on the 10th, so now I'm going to do my double crochet increase. So I'm going to put 2 double crochets into the same chain space, and then continue on with that pattern. I'm going to do 9 double crochets and then an increase on the 10th. Okay, close this round with a slip stitch to the top of our chain 3. You should start to see the increase. You start to span out like that. We are going to continue this increase until you get the measurement for the chest. The way you're going to check is you are going to take it and measure along this right here. So for my dog, she's at a 5, so I'm going to need to do 1 more row of this. So on this last row I'm going to do, like I said, we're going to continue with that pattern. And every row you do an increase, it's going to go up a number. So this next row, I'm going to do 10 double crochets and a double crochet increase on the 11th stitch. And then the row after that would be the 12th, and so on. So I will meet you when you are done with your increase rows. Now that we have finished our increases, we're going to move on to the next section. So we are going to be making the chest piece that goes in between the 2 front legs. Oops. So we're going to chain up 3, which is going to count as a double crochet, and then we are going to double crochet the width between their 2 front legs. So mine is about 7 double crochets, including the first chain 3. Okay. Once you have that part done, you're going to chain up 3, turn your work, and then do double crochets all the way back across. And we are going to do as many rows as it takes until we're past their leg. So for my dog, I can do 3. So I'm going to go ahead and do my crochets, and I will meet you when you are done with these rows. You do want to end up on the left side, so you want to make sure you have an odd number of rows. So now I have completed my portion for that piece. So we're going to take our hook out for just a moment so we can go ahead and place a couple stitch markers. Okay, so I'm going to go from this corner and count 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Mark it. Okay, flip it over and do the same again. 10. Okay, now we are ready to use our hook. Okay, so we are going to make our armholes. We are going to chain up 10. And we are going to put a double crochet into that space that we marked. Okay, and you can take that out if it's in your way. All right, and then I'm going to do double crochets all the way to my stitch marker. Okay, now I have made it to my other stitch marker. You can take that out. I'm going to go ahead and put a double crochet into that stitch, and then I'm going to chain 10. Okay. Then I'm going to take this chest piece. I'm going to find the top of that chain 3, and then I'm going to slip stitch to secure it. Okay. Now when I lay it down, I should have equal little armholes. Then we're going to go ahead and move on to the back. All right, let's start the back. So we're going to go back to our yarn. I'm going to chain up 3. And then I'm going to do double crochets all the way down this chest piece. Oops. Oh my gosh, there we go. Okay, now that I've made it all the way down here, I'm now to that chain 10 we made. So I am going to continue with my double crochets and put them all the way down this chain. Oops. End of my chain. Now I am at the back, and I'm just going to keep continuing on with the double crochets all the way back to where we started, and I will meet you at the end. Okay, we have made it back to where we started, so we're going to go back into that original chain 3, the third chain, and secure this row with a slip stitch. All right, let's look at this. Now you should see the chest, you should have your leg holes, and then we have begun our back portion. So we're going to continue with rows of double crochet for the length of the back that we want. I wouldn't go over 2/3 of their back. I wanted to make this a little shorter, so I went about half the size of my dog's back. So I'm gonna do 4 of these rows. You can do as many as you want. Make it as short as you want, as long as you want. I would not go over 2/3 of the dog's back, just so they don't get it dirty and they can use the restroom and stuff. Okay, now that we are happy with the length on the back, going to take my yarn, chain 1, and then I'm going to go ahead and tie this off. And go ahead and weave in my ends. Now we are ready to begin adding the ruffles of the dress. We're going to start with the skirt. I'm going to take my stitch markers. I swear, those things just get up and walk away. Anyways, I'm going to take my stitch marker. I'm going to go up about, we'll say 1/3 of the way. Then I am going to take my other stitch marker and go in the same stitch right behind it. Guesstimate. Make sure my armholes are matched up and those are matched up. Perfect. Now, I always need a pop of color, so I decided to add a secondary color for the skirt. I'm going to take my yarn, make a slip knot, pick up my dress, insert my hook into that space and secure that, and then I'm going to chain up 3, 2, 3. Okay, then in that same space I'm going to yarn over and make a double crochet and another double crochet. Okay, there are 2 different versions of the skirt that you can do for this. So starting with this one, this is more of a loose wave ruffle, and then this is the more frou-frou ruffle. Now, if you want the looser ruffle, you're going to do 3 double crochets in each chain space. If you want the more ruffle, frou-frou ruffle, then you're going to do 4 in each chain space. And I'm gonna go ahead and do 4 for this skirt. Okay, 3 and 4. And I'm gonna continue like this all the way down to my other stitch marker, and I will meet you there. Okay, I have come to the end of my row. I'm going to take out that stitch marker. No wonder I keep losing those things. I just throw them out of my way. I'm going to do my last 4. Perfect. Okay, then if I fold this in half, you should see the beginning of our skirt. Oh, this is gonna look so cute on them. Okay. Now we're gonna do our next row of the skirt. I'm going to chain up 3 to count as a double crochet and turn my work. Okay, so if you did the loose ruffle, it's gonna be different than the frou-frou. So we're gonna yarn over, do a double crochet into the first. That's gonna count as 2. You're going to do 2. If you did 3 for this row, you're going to do 2 double crochets in each for the next. If you did 4 for your original row, then you'll do 3 for the next. So I did the frou-frou. So I'm gonna do, oops, another double crochet, count as 3, do 1, oh my gosh, 2, and 3. And then I'm gonna continue on like this Oops. I'm going to continue on like this all the way down to the other end, and I will meet you there. I have made it to the end of the row. So if we turn this over real quick, you can see your skirt. If you want to do another row, you can just do a single crochet all the way across, but I am going to be done. I think it's cute, so I'm going to chain one, cut it, secure it, and then I am going to weave in my ends, and then we will do our, oh look how cute, then we'll do our sleeves. Okay, now that we are done with our skirt, we are going to do our sleeves. You can just stop here if you would like. Leave it like a little tank. I think that's adorable, but we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna show you how to add the sleeves onto this. So we are going to take our stitch markers. Oops, let me get that out of the way. Line up your armholes, and then on the back part of the armhole, we're gonna go up about, you wanna start, if you're looking at this whole thing, you wanna go up about 1/3. And I'm just gonna go ahead and copy where I marked this on this side. Oops. Here we go. That matches up. Okay. Let's turn our work so I can begin working in this corner on the front. Going to take my yarn, make a slip knot. Like I said, I'm going to go into this corner space right here with my hook. Pull it through and secure it. Then I want to chain one and put a single crochet back through that space. Then I'm going to do a half double crochet. So yarn over one, pull through 3. I'm going to do 2 of those in the same chain space. And then I'm going to continue doing 2 half double crochets in each chain space all the way until right before this stitch marker. So we will continue with our half double crochets, and I will meet you there. I have come right up to my stitch marker, so we'll go ahead and take that out, and then we are going to do a single crochet into that space. Then we are going to chain up one, turn our work, and in the next chain space we are going to yarn over one, pull through 3 for a half double crochet. We're going to do this twice, and then we are going to continue with 2 half double crochets in each chain space until you get to the last stitch at the end of the row, and I will meet you there. We have made it to the end of this row, so we are gonna go into our last stitch and just do a, oh my goodness, a single crochet. There we go. Then we are going to chain one, go ahead and cut off and secure. you should have a cute little ruffle sleeve. There you go. Oh my gosh, so cute. And then we're gonna go ahead and do it again on this side. Since it's the other side, you're gonna start at your stitch marker. You're still going to start it off the same way. Secure your yarn, chain up one, and then a single crochet back into that space and continue with the same pattern. All right, I will meet you afterwards. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. More will be coming out very soon. Bye.